Where have I been? Where have I been indeed? Today we're going to be looking at a new game. It's not a new game, but it's a game that I've recently found that I'm really enjoying called Wildmender. One of those games where you restore a barren environment. As you can see, we're here in a desert. There's something over there. Ooh, look at that dome over there. I wonder if that's going to be something important later. It is. Now, we're just loading into the game. This is the first 30 minutes of the game or so that I'm going to show you, because it's really cool. I really like it. And I'm starting off here because one of the minor issues with the game is when it's going through some dialogue from like this little blue guy here. He's going to start talking to us. It doesn't really pause. It doesn't really give you any chances to skip things. I'll show you what I mean. It just kind of keeps going. It's not one of those games where it's like the person says something and then it waits for you to click a button before it goes on to the next one. They just keep talking, which is fine if you're just playing the game by yourself. But if you're trying to show the game, it can be kind of annoying. So let me show you. So I'm going to go over here to our guide spirit. We just woke up in this oasis, by the way. This is typical, typical video game stuff. It's like, hey, I just woke up in this weird environment and I have no idea how I got here. I have no idea why the world is nothing but desert now. And I have no idea what this thing is other than the fact that it's a guide spirit. So let's go talk to it. Uncover the crystal shard. Help the voice emanating from the shard out of the sand. So you can see there's typical quest stuff over here. Just talk to it. Thank you, I feel so much better now. Oh dear, you don't look so well yourself. Quickly, go fill your bottle from that spring. Assuming the spring over here is what he means. Obviously, I know what he means. We'll go over here. And you can see it gives you some tips up there in the left top right hand corner. Press the left mouse button to collect the water. Press Q to drink it. So I'm just going to collect some water. You might not have noticed, but the water does go down a little bit when I did collect it. There is a finite amount of water in the spring, but you can improve how much water comes out of it. You can even shape the spring later, which you might see. Now I'm going to drink it. I don't know if you saw up in the top left, the blue bar is my hydration bar. And it's always important to keep properly hydrated. I'm not sure how you made it out here, but I think you should be better off sheltering here for a while. You may be able to put something together with all this stone and deadfall around. You'll need a workbench and a sickle to get enough wood for a shelter. Obviously, resource gathering stuff. So create a workbench, gather 5 wood. You can see there's just some wood just laying around. It's nice and highlighting it in green for us. We just go around here and find some wood. Just looking for some green stuff. There's some plants you can pick up. We'll get to them in a minute. So I'm just looking for... We've got 2 of our wood. Here's some more over here. Some stones, too. We're going to build ourselves a workbench. How most survival games start off. And there's our last one there. We're going to go back over here and build our workbench up here close to the guide spirit and close to the spring. You see the soil around the spring is a little bit darker. I'm going to go ahead and refill this while I'm here. Water doesn't become too much of an issue until you start going exploring. While you're working around here, the water's not the big of a deal. Let me go over here and press C to craft. You can see the only thing we have at the moment to build is a workbench. Obviously, there's lots of things that we'll be able to build in the future. And our usual recipe stuff here is in the middle of the screen. We need 3 wood and 2 sandstone to buy this, to build it. We're going to craft it, and then we can place it, and we can use Q and E to rotate it, and all that other fun stuff. I'll let you play that in your own game. We go here now. Another thing that is important is the sun. Obviously, you're in a desert. There's the sun. You're in a desert, the sun can be brutal. So doing things in the shade can help you use less water and stay alive longer. So now we have our workbench. So we just come up here and we can move it if we want to, or we can go up here and interact with it to create our sickle, which we can use to harvest some early plants and bash on some stuff to get some wood. So we're going to craft our sickle. Alright, the sickle should make breaking down dead plants, even trees, a bit easier. So like most games, when there's dead stuff around, you gotta go and whack on it. But that thorntail is still alive, so I'm not gonna bother it. I'm gonna go look for the dead plants. Cut plants in deadfall. So this dead dune grass here, so I'm going to whack on it. It gives us some plant fibers. So we need 3 wood and 2 plant fibers. You can just whack on these things and it'll give you plant fibers, and sometimes it'll give you other things. Obviously, it depends on what you're whacking on. I'm going to go pick up this here real quick. Sorry. Sandstone becomes very important later, so I'm going to grab it before I miss it. So this is a deadfall, obviously dead trees. While I'm whacking on this tree, if you look up there in the top left, you see the 10 out of 30. We have something called a spirit, I think it's what it's called. It allows you to do some very special actions, which you'll see later. Okay, so we got all 3 of our wood. Things look rough, very rough around here. Why can't I remember what happened? You may be here longer than I anticipated. We should set up something more sustainable. If you can craft a spade, there should be some seeds in the soil and dunes nearby. I already have a spade. Craft a spade at the work. No, I'm sorry, I have something else. Alright, so now we need our wooden spade, which lets us dig stuff. The other thing I forgot is our whacking sticks. So we're going to craft our spade for digging. Alright, dune grass, a fast-growing rainy plant with edible seeds. Dig at the bright spots near the grass. Dig at the bright spots near the grass with that for a fresh dune grass seed. Yeah, so we need to plant stuff so that we can eat. Because we need to eat, obviously. Go around here and dig up. Now, see, it's all not just dune grass seeds. You will dig up some other things. Like there's a sunburst seed. Plant the dune grass seed in wet soil near the water. Okay, so we're gonna go over here near this. This dark spot is wet soil. So I'm gonna press B to open my backpack, and you can see that I've got the sunburst seed and I've got a fresh dune grass seed. You see, when I eat a dune grass seed, it gives me 1 food, which is this bar here. I've got 2 out of 30. I'm getting very hungry. And when you eat, it uses up a little bit of your water, obviously. It takes water to digest food. And 100% means it's healthy. That means it's not going to poison you. Some foods can poison you. And you can set items as quick items and all that other good. I'm going to go ahead and plant this. And it gives you a nice little radius. This is the area it requires to grow. This hasn't really become too much of an issue yet. I'm going to go ahead and plant that there. There we go. With that, you should have enough to survive here. See, it's already telling me, so I've got the dune grass seeds equipped, and it's showing me that I can't plant them too close together. I'm going to go ahead and plant this one here. Plant this one here. Alright, so, explore for temporary food sources. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because it doesn't really tell you what to explore for. It just tells you to explore. Oops, got the wrong thing. You have to re-equip my bottle, fill it up. Now if you look around, sometimes it shows you on this little map up here. You can see the little compass moving around. It shows us that I can always get back to this spot by going towards the green tree. The green tree is always there. The green tree is always there. I'm going to dig up stuff as I move along. I'll go up here and look at these. Oh, that's good. The rain bloom cactus still lives in this area. I didn't see it. They only bloom in the rare event of a desert sandstorm. In your case, when a clever traveler passes by, waters one as they pass by. Oh, here's a cactus. Here we go. As you can see that sometimes it gives you this nice glowing beacon when you have an item that you're supposed to be looking for. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go over here. We're going to re-equip our water bottle because the quest says to water a rain bloom cactus. There's the rain bloom cactus. Here and water it. And look, it grows. It will be a while before this cactus is ready to give another fruit. Best to take this one and leave the plant here for later. Collect the fresh fruit. As you can see, it's changed to fresh rain bloom fruit. I can take it. And I can open my backpack again and eat the fruit. Where did it go? There we go. You can see it's going to give us 9 food, but it's going to take 3 water. And it's going to give us 6 health. If we had suffered some damage, we would get 6 health. So I'm going to go ahead and eat it. You can see now I'm up to 9. Okay. Alright, next search for is copper. Of all the base metals, blah blah blah, I'm surprised you're somewhere so dangerous without a protective amulet or mirror of your own. And so now we need to find some copper, and once again, it's highlighted our copper force over there. It's highlighted in green, and it's also got a big beacon coming off it. Now, everything I've read about this game is that it's a very chill game. It's not something that's going to, when you die in the game, you just basically respawn here, and you're, after this dune grass seed is ready to be harvested. You just respawn here, but all your stuff that you had gets left behind, but you can just go pick it back up. So there is a minor death penalty, nothing too dangerous to worry about. That's weird. When I'm harvested those things, this other stuff started growing. Anyway, we're gonna go over here. Now we're near this copper. We're gonna go over here. If we dig near the copper, we should get some copper. How strange. I don't remember anything like this magical protection around this. See, right now anyway, come back and we can polish that into a rudimentary mirror. You can see right now where we are. With it, you should be able to channel the mana within yourself into light to ward off danger. And there is a little bit of minor danger, and there are some monsters and some things that you have to ward off. You can see right now we're in this area that's warded off by this big blue dome. Don't worry, that goes away pretty quickly. We're not playing video game version of Stephen King's Under the Dome. Nothing like that. So dig up a few things. Like if you go over here, I think. If I go stand out in the sunlight over here, does this show? You can see I'm under the effect of sunlight. But if I go over here and I get in the shade, the effect of sunlight thing goes away. Now the wind is always blowing here, but I don't know what that does. It doesn't seem to have any sort of major impact on me. We'll go over here and interact with the workbench. I can build our copper mirror. As you can see, it takes 1 copper, 1 plant fiber, any dune grass seed, and essence. Essence is that thing that I was talking about that was on the status bar. And essence is almost depleted. Gather essence from living plants at night. Springs and sigils were stored for later use. So basically, at night, your plants will produce a resource called essence, which is essentially kind of like a spiritual sort of thing that lets you do some special action. Alright, so now that I have my copper mirror, I can cast this light ray spell. It doesn't use any resource at the moment, it doesn't look like. And you can also do, well, we can't do that yet. Alright, so you can also use it later to do a protective spell. Now to switch between tools, you can press T to open up the tools menu. Or you can use your keyboard. 1 is the bottle, 2 is the sickle, 3 is the wooden spade, 4 is the copper mirror, and there's more tools as you go along. I'll go over here and refill my bottle while I'm here. Now, it wants us to build a lean-to, so we do that with the crafting menu. I'm going to build it over here in the shade. Press C to build my craft. Oop, I need 3 more wood, so I have to go whack on some deadfall. There's some deadfall right here, so I have to get my sickle back out. Just whack on this for a while. I'm going to go ahead and clear it out to get all the wood. And just to clear out this area, because we will have to build new stuff here eventually. But yes, Jess, I have been around. I just haven't been recording videos. Lots of things have happened in my life. Lots of strange things and weird things and bad things. And most recently, my father passed away. So I'm all alone in this house. So we're dealing with that. But we will get through. We will get through. Alright, so we have our lead. Did I build the lean-to? No. So I'm going back over here to the sunlight. I mean, to the shade. Craft my lean-to. Oops, wrong thing. I want to build that. We don't need 2 of those, do we? The lean-to is right here. 3 wood, 4 plant fibers. Craft it. Craft it right here. Good. And this provides us protection, and it also gives us a place to sleep at night. So, because obviously when you're in the desert, you want to be moving around at night a lot. So this helps us to have a place where we can just go and rest. So sleep in the lean-to to skip the nightfall, like we're going to do here. You see we'll still eat when I'm asleep, so I'm going to go ahead and eat something real quick. Can't eat the plant fibers, but I can eat these dune grass seeds, which you can see they only give you one at a time, but they are pretty plentiful. The sunburst seed gives me more. There we go. Because you still do use food and water while you're sleeping. Alright, so now we can rest. We can stop anytime, but otherwise it'll stop when we get to dusk. Which is around 8 o'clock, I believe. The game automatically saves whenever you go from dawn to dusk, and the game automatically saves whenever you leave the exit. We need to collect 16 essence from plants, water thirsty plants for more essence. So we go over here to where our plants are growing, and as you see, as we get close to the plants, they give it. You'll see the blue stuff come off of them, and that's essence coming off of the plants. And different plants, however mature they are, walk near and you feel your connection to the world go stronger. If you get close to them, they will give you their essence. Nice them. We can also water hungry plants to get more. This one's dead, so I can't remember. We can't water dead plants. They're dead. We can collect all these dune grass seeds though that we'll need to eat later. So we've got 15 out of our 16 essence. We really just need to find one more thirsty plant and water it. This looks like it's still a living plant. I can pour some water on it. Yeah, and that gave us some essence. Do not be frightened, but I believe the spirit of the ages has found its way to this little oasis. Look, there's a ghost. The ghost at our camp. I need to drink a LaCroix. Hold on a minute. All this talking takes it out of you. Alright, so there he is, or she is. Go over here and interact with her. Speak with the ghost, you hear their story. Now, it doesn't really tell you much of a story. I'm going to give her 10 of our essence. I'm going to reach out to her spirit. Welcome, young one. It is heartening to see you. I see Naya's spark reflected in your eyes. But let me help where I can. I got a survival memory. And so what the memory is if I press M. Now that is a perk. Ancient Wisdom is 1 out of 1. That gives you some minor perks. Now if I press M to view my memories, I have 2 survival memories. And these are like things where you can upgrade. Upgrade your, I don't know if you call myself a character. So only thing I can upgrade right now since this tutorial is handcrafts. Learn to construct the basics from wood and fiber, including storage, decorations, and a compost bin. I click on that. As I wandered in search of life in the desert, I saw a glow of brilliant blue. It looked like your friend over there. Regardless, I am happy to have seen the beauty of these plants once again. Okay, so now we don't have any memories at the moment, so we can't upgrade these. I have a favor to ask of you. If you would be so kind. Could you investigate what the spirits saw? I know it's asking a lot to leave the safety of the oasis, but I need to find out what it was. Oh good, you have a map. Let me mark its location. Yes, obviously we have a map. Go back here, and he's talking about marking the location if he wants us to examine, not marking the location of the map, obviously. Dune grass seeds, things to eat. As you move along, food actually becomes almost more of an issue than water. Alright, so you've seen those. We have our backpack. We have our construction menu. As you can see now, we can build a lean-to. We can build a compost bin. Bone shells and food improve the mixture. Convert plant scraps into fertilizer. Build a storage basket. Build a planter for planting things. And we can build a path. Slightly improves your speed. None of these things we need at the moment. We definitely don't have enough wood to build a path any place. Great, but as you can see, you can upgrade your little base that we're building here. Journal. It can go and help you replay all the dialogues that the game flashes through pretty quickly. And you can view the things that we've already completed. You can look at an item and plant and encounter database. And tab brings you to your map. There, I have marked it down on your map. And you should see a marker on your compass as well. So there's the place we need to go to. These little things here are springs. They come important later. Now be careful as you leave this oasis. Make sure you have enough water before heading out. Although traveling at night is safer, don't go unprepared. And keep an eye out for rain bloom cacti. And don't stay out too long. And keep to the shade where you can. And don't go swimming in the ocean. And be careful around cliffs. And, oh, don't forget your mirror. There's the things we can find. Local player lost items. You can do multiplayer. I know some of you like that. Those of you with friends like to do multiplayer stuff. We got another dune grass seed, so we're heading towards the question mark. First, I'm going to gather some of these seeds and stuff as we go along. Sunburst seeds, and here's another rain blue cacti. I didn't fill up my water, but we're fine. We'll get there. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That gives us 3 more essence. Remember, essence only harvestable at night. Now we're going to go here. We're going to shatter the protective circle. And don't worry, it's not as bad as in... You see that glow over there by that dark structure? And look, there is a... I think that's it. Tumbleweed. Tumbleweeds will damage you if they bump into you. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Acorns are important. Find an acorn. Hold on to it. Maybe we'll get to it. You can slide down. Not yet. You can slide down the dunes later. I'm gonna go over here and interact with this thing. The imprisoned spirit. Mirrors, mirrors, reflect. And use for reflection. Reflection of spells. Mirrors of mirrors. I need to get my mirror out. And you see this dude's shooting at us, but right before he shoots, I can bring up this bring up my reflection, and it causes that to bounce back to him. And that's just one of the tiny bits of... Did you find the shard? Are you all right? No, that was just a very quick battle there. For shooting that one little thing in me, I reflected it back. Some of the quote-unquote combat in the game that comes in later is basically, that's what all it is. Basically reflecting attacks back. And of course you can do this too. You can shoot that little beam of light at some ghosts. Now there are ghosts, but the ghosts haven't really been bothering me too much. Sometimes they act like they're going to bother me, but they don't. The rain bloom cactus we already... Here's some more over here. Since we're real close to our spring, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because, like I said, food is important. You want as much food as possible. Luckily, these cacti can continue to survive. I'm going to get my whacking stick out. Get rid of this dune grass. Oops. There we go. Clearing out some stuff. There it goes. Return the shard you received from the tower to the friendly spirit of your garden. The friendly spirit. Since it's nighttime, I got some more essence from that plant. Plant's storing up some more essence. You see, now that I've freed that spirit, I don't remember before I can only hold 15 essence. Now I can hold 30. Go over here and talk to the guide spirit again. Alright, what's he going to tell us now? But thank you. This was a piece of me. My name is Vidyas. I was once a spirit of knowledge, a guide to many. It seems I've been shattered, broken, and spread across the land. I now understand how incomplete I am. You've been incredibly generous in helping me so far. I offer you what knowledge I remember in return. Speak with me if you wish to learn more, and perhaps if you feel up to more adventure in finding pieces of me. Alright, so talk to Vidyas to find out what you need to do next. Or talk to her again, but essentially there's... Early part of the game is finding more shards of her and returning to her. Guide spirit. So, food sources. Is there a better source of food? Talk to her. If you're looking for a more sustainable source of food, amaranth once grew abundantly around here. There's side quest time. If you find a fresh enough seed, bring it back here and it should grow even in sandy soil. So that's just another, keep an eye out for any thin, stalky plants. They often grew around forests, or dead forests, and all sorts of dead, ruined things around here to explore. The game is big on exploration, another reason I like it. Talk to him again, or her. Exploring cliffs. Cliffs over there. Climbing cliffs is a great way to get a feel for your surroundings. Try climbing one and see if you spot anything interesting. This is just a way to teach us how to climb stuff. I'll go over here and do this real quick. Gather up some more essence. Now this here is our fast travel portal, which we can't activate just yet. Acorns are important for the fast travel. When you do find a fast travel portal, one of the things you'll need to unlock it, that recipe. And if I just hold down shift, I go ahead and I'll lock onto the wall. I don't have to keep holding down shift. And I'll disembark from the wall when I get up here. Excellent. See anything to investigate up there? Climb up here and look around. As you see, when you're climbing, it uses your food. I want to be careful not to fall off. Yes, I've done that a few times. I do not remember how to repair a broken ankle. You can see up here, there's things to explore. There's a temple over there we can't get into yet. There's a tower over there. The forest over there. There's another tower over there. There's a big, beautiful tree over there. Lots of stuff around here to explore. Talk to videos to find out what to do next. There's some copper over here. And bring this up. Now, at this point, I can go and I can continue looking for pieces of her, or I can go around and continue exploring the map. This is what I talked about the game being chill. There's plenty of things. I mean, I don't know. There's not a Starfield amount of things that I can do at the moment, but there's enough things that I can do now to keep me occupied for a while. Speaking of ghosts, there's the ghost. He doesn't really seem to do anything. They just appear every once in a while. And I can dispel them by hitting them with that, and they disappear. Did I hit him or did he dodge it? You have to be careful. When you come up here and you get close to the cliff, and then you press this shift key, and that puts you back into climbing mode, and then you can climb down. That's something that's gotten me when I first started playing, was figuring out how to get into climbing mode when I got close to a cliff, and wind up falling and dying. Like I said, dying is not really that big of a deal. You just go and pick your stuff back up. I thought I got rid of this thing. I'll do it later. You don't want to see me whacking trees all day. I'll pick that up. Talk to the guide spirit again. I'm ready for adventure. Thank you for your help in this. You are too kind. If you follow the red meteors to their origins, I suspect we'll find more of those towers. I suspect other parts are being used in the same way. So the meteors are up there, so be prepared to face resistance in freeing those parts of me. You can see there's these meteors, and you can see that meteor kind of shot up from over there. If I head over in that direction, eventually I'll find where these meteors are originating from. And I can get pieces of video to bring back to her. Now, like I said, this is not... I've got these quests, the sustainable starches, and the main quest. I can toggle back and forth between any time I want to. Or I can go out and explore. One thing I want to show you real quick before we wrap up this is the springs. I'm going to go over here to this one right here. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to tell it to show on the compass. And I think I have enough resources. So as you see, we have this spring here. This is where we started off from. We have this spring that's spewing out water for us. I'm going to go over here to this other spring. All I have to do is follow my nose, also known as the compass on the screen. We're at about 2 o'clock in the morning, so I don't have to worry too much about... Go ahead and eat a rain bloom fruit. There you go. I'm going to head over this way. Show you the spring thing that I'm talking about. I'm going to show you the Stella thing too while I'm over here. Oh, let's go ahead and water this thing too while we're here. Water that and get its fruit. There we go. And get a little bit of... Well, we don't have... Alright, so there's these Stella things over here. I'll show you. Soul Stella. Read it and it says, our souls have been drops of the great ocean spirit from which all came, which all return. Bright soul. It gave me something, and that is something that is... It hasn't really told me a whole lot about Stellas. There we go. There's that. Perk unlocked Bright Soul, but I don't know what that perk does for us at the moment. Now that we have the perk. Let's see if there's a way to find out exactly what the perks do. Game is not really opening about that. Secret Bright Soul. Tapping into your own spiritual power, you passively recover a greater amount of essence. So we get 12 essence per day, and the other one, Ancient Wisdom. That's just something that everybody gets. Gain new abilities by receiving memories from ghosts. We'll find out more about later. But anyway, I'm going to go over here and show you this. So as you move along, obviously when you move around the desert, you're not going to want to keep coming all the way back to the original place to collect water. So there are blocked springs. And I can't do it at the moment. Okay, because I have to get that other recipe. Okay, but I can come here to these blocked springs, and there's lots of these blocked springs on the map. I can unblock it, and then this area will have water flowing around it as well. As you can see from the map, just around where I am right now, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 blocked springs just around here. This thing over here, this gate, the Peony Gate, is a fast travel point. If I go over there and unlock that gate using acorn and essence and stuff like that, then I can fast travel back and forth between those 2 gates. So yeah, that's basically the first 30 minutes of the game, essentially. The survival crafting sort of game that I know lots of people like, which I'm starting to really enjoy these types of games. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Really starting to enjoy these types of games, so I am going to be playing more of this, and I will be making videos of it. So, I don't know how regularly I'm going to be making videos. I mean, I am going to be making them at least a few times a week. I doubt I'm going to be going back to putting out a video every single day like I was doing before. But who knows? Glad to see you all again. I'm glad that some of you... There have been a few people that have checked in on me over the past year, wondering why I have been making videos. Just lots of stuff going on in life, all that other good stuff. Nothing really too much to worry about other, obviously, than the passing of my father, but he was 89 years old. So thank you for watching. Again, I don't ask a lot for liking and subscribing. If you just want to drop a like, that'd be great. And I hope to see you soon.